catch my new checks, this all change, you know. Another man made my phone ring, hello. Said he capping, but won't step, you know. Every time he sell me, that's phone, hello. Bling, bling, blow, mad, I'm like, wow, what did I do now? Don't you get me, okay? I might pull a ticket out of my...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready! Cougar 19!
Stroud looks to throw on the first play. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Stroud's throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. Stroud, he's going to audible to something else.
Check. 70 Ranger.
They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, 43 yards. And the Texans will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his groove, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. On play action, they'll throw. And this one too low. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. They went with a run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick-6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick-6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Stroud coming right back after the pick-6. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. And Stroud now to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick-6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Stroud here on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Top low 18.
Stroud and company going for it. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Throwing after the interception. Stroud. That's complete to Pierce. Down the right sideline. Fights through him. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question because that was just a simple drop-off. But he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field and what was a fairly innocuous play call.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And his throw here's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Stroud completes this out wide. Touchdown, Texans! Nico Collins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Texans 13.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
The last time out, Charles, they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but the defense held strong, and they hold on to this slim lead.
And how about as the defense ran off the field, how about the greeting they got from their teammates on the sideline? They kept that narrow lead by their nice play. Now, let's pay it off for them, right? Punch it in on this drive, take that lead back up to 2 possessions. That would be a nice little thank you gift to them.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's a give to Barkley. And he will have the first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Again, it's Barkley. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Catch made by Slayton. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And we pulled in downfield by Collins. Touchdown! Nico Collins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans have regained the lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel? Or was that analytics that came into play there, deciding to go for it on 4th down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
Throwing Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Campbell. And he will have a Giants 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Saquon Barkley, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 63 yards. And the Giants have moved out in front. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 2.
Texans 19. York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line.
Desmond King on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have down the numbers. There he goes. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown.
Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And, Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football. Just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stroud. That is caught by Dell.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Still fighting for more. 31 yards there to 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward and pick up that first. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ready, set.
2nd and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Now Stroud. Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce. Touchdown, Houston. Damian Pierce, 45 yards. And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route and worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Hyatt able to make the catch downfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. Now Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones.
It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Jones throw taken in by Slayton. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Back to throw again. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. York able to send this one through, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And shedding through the tackle. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Giants take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Escaping the pressure right. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw to Barkley on the check down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
They'll try and throw for it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 84 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Able to slither by. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. York now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Texans 27. York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Desmond King to return it from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Ready.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
60 Maverick. Cup 19.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Toss play. Here's Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
Viking 18.
Throwing now is Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz from 21 yards away. And the Texans are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man in concert.
Now they'll empty out the backfield. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. Forced out to his left. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Back now in Houston, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Running again with Barkley on second down. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a giant 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
In motion, Slayton. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's 2nd and 10. Barkley inside handoff. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. And the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but works so far.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jerry Hughes too strong as he's in for the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. On the return, it's King. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. Let's go. Go.
Now Stroud. That's complete to Pierce. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Here's 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd.
Here's Stroud.
At the 13-yard line.
Finding Schultz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 18. At the 40-yard.
Stroud swings this one out wide for Pierce.
The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Check that. Street. Cowboy 80. Big Lions. Ready.
Stroud back to throw.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Stroud.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's his...